What's up, and welcome back to Interpreting the Stars, where today I'm talking about a sci-fi movie that I kind of grew up watching a lot and only now realized was directed by John Carpenter, and that is Starman. Like I said, I grew up watching this film, really enjoyed some of the fish out of water humor in it, and some elements that I remember feeling magical for what they were, but I hadn't seen it now in probably 20 years, so I wanted to see if it was just some nostalgia that was making me think it was great, or if it's a forgotten gem that deserves patronage and should be talked about more frequently. Let's get cracking. This review is brought to you by the word of the day, patronage. The support given by a patron. Maybe I should get some patronage by creating a Patreon. Starman is about an alien being that comes to Earth after hearing the recorded greetings playing on the Voyager 2. Upon arriving on Earth, this alien takes the biological form of a woman's late husband, but soon after he realizes that Earth is a volatile planet, and a distress beacon urges him to travel across the country to a rendezvous point in the next 3 days or he will die. He enlists the help from the woman, who isn't very eager to help something masquerading as the man she recently lost. Shockingly, even though I haven't seen this movie in probably 20 years, I found most of it to be exactly as I remembered. Now, maybe that's due to nostalgia, maybe it's for something else, but I really do think that this movie works rather well for what it is. Jeff Bridges is a great choice to play this fish out of water like alien. Karen Allen is pretty good in a character that's not an Indiana Jones, and they have some decent chemistry, but it's not perfect. It's not perfect because we don't get a lot of introduction to her story. We know she lost her husband recently, but we don't know how or why. Did he have a heart attack? Go to war? Get killed there? Get struck by a car? Get struck by lightning? Get cancer? Kill himself? What? How did he die? If we don't know, we can't fully sympathize with her character. Then again, if we did know, we probably wouldn't be able to buy into the romance part of this film because it would be weird. Let's talk about that for a second. Romance is fickle. Fickle. It's hard to get right. You have to nourish it in order to make it believable or relatable, something that you can really root for. And I didn't think at any point romance was needed in this movie. Does it work? I guess. It's not terrible, and like I said, they do have chemistry, but it wasn't fully necessary because the main thing this film was going for was the adventure story with the fish out of water theme. Plus, it still was weird. That's one of my main complaints. The other complaint would be that it's a product of its time, and the visuals are tacky. For the most part, they plan out the visuals and utilize them only when necessary, so it's not a huge complaint, but even so, it won't really stand the test of time at the end of the day. It's the concept. The concept is what I'm a fan of, because you're talking about an alien film, which during this time period was basically a dime a dozen, and most alien films felt eerily similar to one another. Heck, they still do as a matter of fact, but this was an alien film that felt different. Biologically scanning and replicating another human to use as a host, that was smart. That was original. Plus, I love that it wasn't just a typical movie cloning process either. The alien scans the DNA, and he grows up from birth really fast, but he didn't just appear as an adult. He had to get to that point, which is how cloning should be represented. Also, knowing that this is John Carpenter, I could feel that slight horror spirit while watching. Kind of like how you feel while watching a Sam Raimi film. There's just little nods here and there to the director's history and horror. The baby rapidly growing was pretty horrifying, and the music itself was sometimes reminiscent of Halloween. I don't know, if you haven't seen the movie, I definitely recommend you do, because I feel like it's a mostly overlooked film in general, and it shouldn't be. People should know about it because it is fun, it is entertaining for what it is, and even though it hasn't aged the best over the years, I still think it mostly holds up, but there are parts that, yeah, they have issues. My unbiased score for this film is 74%, which usually means it's a decent film that doesn't take many risks and has aged a little bit here and there. But because I honestly really enjoyed it, my bias score is a little bit higher at 80%. Gotta be fair though, so when we average the two scores together, we get the final score of 77%, 77 out of 100 possible stars, granting Starman with a letter grade of C+. Again, I liked it. Doesn't mean you will. Maybe I liked it because of nostalgia and nostalgia alone, so I'd like to hear your thoughts on it if you've seen it. Is it actually decent, or is it actually bad and I just have nostalgia blinders on? Personally, I think this movie is better than Halloween, but maybe I'm just cray-cray. Tell me what you think below. As for YouTube, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button if you like this review, because there's more like it coming out. Hit the thumbs up button, because that always helps out my channel. And don't forget about the little bell icon, because that'll help notify you when I come out with my next review. And until then, peace out!